Good afternoon, guys, on Thursday, the 10th of January. Post-market earnings tomorrow coming up from Wells Fargo. Will Wells Fargo set the tone for the sector in general, which happens to be quite bullish at the moment, but let's take a look at what's going on with Wells Fargo heading into that earnings in the morning. Wells Fargo right now closed at its high of the day, and it has force level resistance right overhead at 35.70. If that clears out 36.39, there could be a buck of upside in Wells Fargo on a good report. Money stream is lifting. Decent angle of attack. Bull crossed on time segmented volume. RSI is bullish, but not quite overbought yet on Wells Fargo. Looks like people are betting on a good report tomorrow morning. Goldman Sachs, the evil empire. Goldman trading at its 52-week high today. Excellent money stream on Goldman Sachs. Money coming in and climbing. Time segmented volume very healthy. Relative strength is flirting with overbought, but I don't think so yet. Goldman has cleared out all resistance, and its next swing target, force level up resistance, would take Goldman to 144.95 if it catches a good bid. Morgan Stanley also getting a little bit jiggy. Morgan Stanley cracking out force levels resistance. Next resistance targets on Morgan Stanley from here come in at 21.17, followed by 22.29. Next two targets up on Morgan Stanley. If the sector in general starts to run, money stream healthy. Time segmented volume, not as dramatic as a couple of the others. RSI about the same as the last one we just looked at. All three pretty bullish on Morgan Stanley. JP Morgan healthy like the others through force level resistance for now. JP Morgan's got some interesting stuff to deal with above here. It's a little bit away, but JP Morgan's got a triple top that goes all the way back to April of 2010. That number comes in about 47.98. If that triple top can be punched out, and that's going to be some pretty thick resistance, two more targets up from there over the next few weeks would be 48.34, and on a swing position, 51.04. That might be dreaming for now on JP Morgan. Money stream healthy, time segmented volume healthy. RSI is flirting with overbought, but don't punch out just yet on JP Morgan. We can conclude this hideous screed with XLF, the financial sector in general. And like JP Morgan, the XLF has a triple top leading back to the third week in April of 2010. XLF punched through that and closed slightly above that triple top tonight. Next two levels up for force level resistance targets on the XLF would take you to 1787, followed by 1865. The sector in general gets a good run. Nice altitude and angle of attack on money stream. Time segmented volume bull cross. RSI, like almost every one that we've looked at in this video, flirting with overbought, but not there yet. I switched over to a weekly chart on the XLF just to say goodnight on this and put it into some perspective. If you take it back to September of 2011, this ETF is up 46.83% going into the Wells Fargo release in the morning. I think the banks in general, guys, are looking at us and saying, occupy this, skeezicks. I am King Cambo, and that's how I roll. On a handful of banks. Take it easy.